What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, I'm gonna jump right into this. A video has came out today about a death that occurred in a prison in New York during a transfer of a prisoner named Robert Brooks, age 43. Pictured up here, this is how he looked in 2016 when he got arrested out there in Greece, New York. Shout out Greece. On April 18th, I'm gonna tell you a little bit about him before we get into the big story. On April 18th, 2016, Brooks stabbed his girlfriend several times on Woodhill Drive when he was confronted by two of his neighbors in Greece, New York, and ran away from the scene. The neighbors called the police, who tended the victim, then located and arrested Brooks. Court papers indicate Brooks used a folding knife in the attack, allegedly stabbing the victim, his girlfriend, in the neck, chest, torso, and her back, as well as her hands and forearms. This guy right here, you know, he pled guilty to felony assault in the first degree, and he was sentenced in 2017. So he's been locked up for a while. 7 years ago, he's 43 years old. What is that? 36 he was sentenced. Either way, listen. This guy now at age 43, halfway through his sentence, was being transferred from one prison to another, transported, right? Video has come out where he died December 9th of this year. And he was brutally beaten while in handcuffs mid-transport by multiple officers. The full body cam video came out, and trust me, guys, it's very hard to watch. I'm going to show it to you on this channel. Before we go into that, look at the news article real fast that just came out in the news, and then we'll go right into the video. Take a look.
We are following two developing stories for you right now at Destiny USA. The mall closed this morning for what is being called a security concern. It's reopened since. Police haven't yet defined what that threat is. They tell us there has been an arrest, and the decision to close was out of an abundance of caution. There was a large police presence, as you can see, at the mall, with state police even blocking driving entrances. Syracuse Police Chief Joe Cecil will be holding a press conference momentarily. We will get to that in a moment, but first, we're also following a developing story out of Oneida County. The State Attorney General's office just releasing shocking body cam footage showing a graphic portrayal of prison officers punching, kicking an inmate who later died. State Attorney General Letitia James releasing that disturbing body cam video showing the beating that preceded the death of 43-year-old Robert Brooks, an inmate at Marcy Prison in Oneida County. Brooks died earlier this month. News Channel 9's Ashley Caparo now sharing that video with us. Ashley.
Yeah, Christy, the state AG's office confirming Robert Brooks was transferred from Mohawk Correctional Facility to Marcy Correctional Facility on December 9th. Now, less than 24 hours later, he would be dead. I did watch the video, and it's graphic. It shows Brooks being kicked, punched, and at one point partially stripped, all while being handcuffed. Just before 9:30 on December 9th, body cam video shows Robert Brooks in handcuffs being led into the infirmary at Marcy Correctional Facility. Corrections officers are then seen carrying Brooks into the lobby. He is then taken to a medical exam room. There are multiple corrections officers surrounding Brooks. A few minutes into the video, we see the beating begin. Video showing a guard begin punching Brooks while other corrections officers are seen looking on. Video then shows guards holding Brooks down while another guard appears to kick him in the groin. Multiple officers continue to hit and punch Brooks. Video also appears to show a guard grabbing Brooks by his throat and picking him up while another guard continues to hit Brooks in the stomach with a shoe. Now, Brooks was taken to a Utica hospital where he was pronounced dead. He had been serving a 12-year sentence for assaulting his girlfriend. We are also working to learn why Brooks was transferred from Mohawk to Marcy. There were 4 body cams operating, but they were in standby mode and audio was not recorded. Full video released by the AG's office can be found online at localsyr.com.
Before we go into the video, I wanted to give you a warning, a trigger warning. This thing right here is going to make a lot of people upset, and it should, because even though this guy is a piece of crap for what he did to go in prison, he didn't deserve this type of treatment, being transported from one prison to another. Let me say that now. But the reason why I'm saying this real quick, I'm about to show you this video. I want you to pay attention to 2 things. I want you to pay attention to, number 1, how he looks when they first bring him into that room that you see up here. And number 2, I want you to keep watching the guy with the hat on backwards and the American flag on his arm that's standing next to him while he's sitting on that hospital examination table. Tell me if you notice something. Hey guys, I gotta admit that was tough to watch. But I'm gonna say something real quick. Before we go into this video, I don't dismiss what this man did to this woman. We're not gonna say that he in jail for a reason, in prison for a reason. But I'm gonna be honest, in his defense, in this situation, if all of them people are not brought up on charges, this is absolute bullshit, and it should have some type of it should cause some type of uproar in society. I'm gonna break a couple of things down to you in this video. Number one, they had their cameras on standby mode. Why? Why? Cameras are there for your safety and the safety of a prisoner during transport, so on and so forth. Why were they all synchronized at the same time to be on standby mode? I think something happened with the transport, and they had already set it up the way they was going to take him somewhere and beat his ass. When you seen him on the ground already, where he got like he refused to move and they carried him, I think they already started beating his ass already, because if you look when they first let him down, his face was already busted up. You know, a lot of people say, oh man, he might have been in the fight. Who knows? But I think the way they treated him and acted, they bust his ass before he got in there, and he was already beat up, and he sat down on the ground because he was exhausted. That's why they carried him like that, and the way they carried him was painful. That's military tactics. I was in the military. Those are military tactics, the way they carry people like that. That shit is painful. They do that in countries over there in the Middle East when they carry and transport, so it'd be painful when they carry him, holding their arms back. The guy was cuffed. Why the fuck y'all beat him? Then another thing is this: the guy with the flag on his thing, right? When you see the way he was carrying himself, he's military. I know, I'm military. We know military when we see it. He ain't the only one. Did you see when he went and punched him in the stomach while he was standing there? Keep looking at the guy. Even though the guy in the street was a douchebag, he didn't deserve that. He's already incarcerated. That was his sentence. Not you putting your fucking hands on him. You're supposed to take him from one jail to another. This guy punched him, and the dude, what's his name? Robert Brooks. He was just sitting there. He wasn't even talking. Why y'all beating on him? Then I'm gonna tell you another thing. The reason why I think they had that them cameras on the mode where they was muted, they was saying all kind of crazy shit to him. All kind of crazy stuff. I'm sure it was racist shit and everything else. I'm gonna tell you something. Police in jail is a totally different animal. You'll hear some of the stuff out their mouth that they wouldn't dare say to anybody in the street. And they look at you as you less than nothing because you put yourself in there and you're sitting up in there and you can't really tell nobody because they know everybody that's in power and they the ones that are governing you. This is foul. It's messed up. You know what I'm saying? That is not right at all. Did you see him ragdolling? Grabbed him up, grinded his face against the window on one side, then took him over there, did it to the window in the sink, then put his face in the sink. Did you see them choking him? Did you see him choking him? Did you notice that at certain times the guy would act like he was doing something in the thing on that one body cam when they was fucking him up? They was choking. That's why when they pulled him up, he was weak. He was spent. He was spent already. They bust his ass before he got there, and then they gave him business again while he was in the room. Another thing is this. This shit right here, you can't tell me race don't play a point in it. They don't. You can't tell me it don't. They ripped the man's drawers off, exposed him. Y'all already searched him. What the fuck you do that for while he was already handcuffed? You search inmates before you handcuff them. They act like they was looking for something, like he swallowed something, but he would have swallowed it already by the time y'all got him in. They choking him on the bed. Man, get the fuck out of here. That's that corny shit. This is why I tell you don't go to prison. You have no rights. And you subject to the same hell that you a lot of times put yourself in if you are correctly convicted. Jail is not a good place. And you just seen it. You just seen it. That's messed up. Regardless of this guy being a douchebag or not, that wasn't part of the job, fighting on him instead of taking him where he was supposed to fucking go. That's all I'm gonna say about it, man. Expect the update because this just came out like a few hours ago, so it's gonna be all over the internet. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. All of them need to be fired. The ones that was fighting on them and the ones that were standing around laughing and just acting like nothing happening while a man is getting torn out the frame and eventually died. He died the next day in a hospital in Syracuse, New York, supposedly. See you in the next video. Take care. This is horrific, y'all.